Hello everybody, welcome to the Automation Zone. In this tutorial, we'll talk about the for loop in Python. The for loop is a method for us to iterate over or go through each element of a particular collection, save that particular element in a variable for us to use in that loop. Now we'll take an example. Here I have a list. A list is also a collection. Let me iterate over this list by using a for loop. The syntax for the for loop is as follows. You have to first give the keyword called for followed by a variable. This variable is going to save each element inside of my list. Then you give the keyword called in and then you specify the collection. Here the collection is the variable called my list. Again, you first start with the keyword for, then you give the variable in which you want to save each element of your collection. Then you use a keyword called in and then you specify the entire collection. Now inside of this particular for loop, that is by using indentations, you can then give your code. Now for sample code, what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and print each element. Remember, now in the first iteration or when it runs for the very first time, var will take the value 1. In the second loop, var will take the value 2 and this is executed the number of times each element is present inside of the list. Here my list consists of 10 numbers, therefore this loop is run 10 times and in each iteration var will take the value as 1, then 2, then 3 and followed by 10. So the output is going to be the exact same elements. When you run it, you will see the output is from numbers 1 till the number 10. Now you can either iterate a list like this or you can iterate a tuple which is given by these parentheses like this. When I run it, you see the output. Or you can also iterate a dictionary object. But in a dictionary object, you're going to iterate the keys. So let me show you that by taking the previous example of the dictionary object. Let me copy this dictionary in the for loop code. And let me also paste in the for loop. But this time, instead of iterating the list, I will iterate the dictionary object and it is going to print out the keys which is Tom, Jack and Jill. When you run it, you will see that Tom, Jack and Jill are printed out. Maybe remove this code now. Now if you just want to iterate numbers from 0 till a particular number, you need not make a list to iterate it. You can just give the keyword called range. To do so, you have to do for, give the variable name, but this time instead of giving a specific collection, you give the collection called range and inside of your brackets you have to give a particular number. So if I give a number like 10, it is going to iterate from 0 till 9. Remember, it's going to be 1 less. So if I run it, you will see numbers from 0 till 9 being printed out. So this will help you in many places. Since we already have used the range collection, we'll learn a few important methods of range. The first one is by default a range starts from 0, but you can change it by giving a starting point. To do that, simply give a number and then give a comma. So let me start at the number 2, but let me end at the number 5 minus 1, which is the number 4. So when I execute it, you will see now it starts from 2, but it ends at 4. The other important thing is the incrementer. By default, the number is incremented by 1. Now this is an optional parameter, but now you can change it. For example, if I want to start from the number 0, but I want to increment the numbers by 2, you will get the output as 0 to 4. If I need to increment by the number 3, you will see the output as 0, 3. If I change the ending number to the number 10, you will see the numbers 0349, so 0369 being printed out. So you have a starting, you have your ending, and then you have your incrementer. The other thing which you should note is your incrementer can either be positive or negative. If you give a negative number, here, you are basically going to start in reverse. So in this case, make sure your starting number is a greater number. You're ending with a smaller number. For example, let me end at the number 5. But as I said before, it will not end at 5, it will end one number before 5. And since we are going in reverse, the number before 5 is a number 6. So we'll print 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. When you execute it, you'll see 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 being printed out. The last topic for today is a break and the continue statement. Let me show this with an example. Let me copy this list which contains the names of my 3 friends, and let me iterate over this list. So for var in the list called name, and let me print var. When I execute it, you can see the names of my 3 friends are printed out. Now what if I want to keep a condition in the for loop such that if it finds a value called Jack, I want to skip or I want to exit the particular for loop. That can be done by using the break command. So let me implement that. Let me just type here if var is equal to the value called Jack, then use a command called break, and then let me go ahead and print var. Remember, printing var is outside the if loop because of the indentation. Let me now go ahead and run this code. You will see only Tom is printed out. So what's happening here? In the first iteration, var takes the value called Tom. Therefore, var is not equal to Jack. Hence, break is not executed, and we go ahead and print the value var. In the second iteration, var takes the value Jack. Hence, this condition is valid, and therefore Python goes ahead and executes the break command and it exits the loop. Therefore, no other values are printed. The continue statement is just as same as the break statement with one minor difference. Where the break statement will exit your entire loop, the continue statement will just exit that particular iteration. Example, if I put a continue statement here and if I run the code, you will see after Tom it skips Jack and Jill is printed out. So it will only skip that particular iteration, or when Python reaches the continue statement, it is going to give the control back to the very first line with the next value. That is it for this tutorial on the for loop. If you have any questions, do comment below. I'll help you out. If you like my series on Python, do show your support by liking and sharing this video and subscribing to my channel. Thank you all for watching.